So, I think you need to be objective with yourself. Does this feel good? Are you okay? Do you feel like you are living your life, or do you feel like you're waiting for life to begin? Because these sorts of dynamics, as much as there might be love and as much as there might be a soul tie here, you really do need to ask yourself, am I okay, or is this taking away from my quality of life? Because it feels like right now you're ready for a future. You're tired of waiting, you're tired of the silence, and it's almost like right now with the Talisman's card in the reverse and the Three of Pentacles reverse, you're waiting for a sign, you're waiting for a conversation, you're waiting for this person to show you something, and it feels like you're doing exactly that. You're in an energy of waiting. I don't think there's an energy of surrender here right now. And like you said, it changes day to day. But I think honestly, you're at this place right now, Independent in reverse, Queen of Pentacles reverse, where it feels like you're having a hard time just trusting the process. And I feel like honestly, you kind of need to do whatever you can do to feel okay today. Queen of Swords wheel. What will be, but if holding attachment or staying in this connection, inviting attachment in is taking you out of your logical mind, is taking you out of your ability to focus on yourself, it's taking you out of your ability to get through the day without feeling pain, as much pain as you currently do, you can release the situation and give it up to the divine without holding on to attachment, without getting readings on it, without caring about who he's with, without needing to hold yourself prison captive to something that makes your head spin. And that is not to say that it won't come back around in the future. You can release completely, focus on the now, and trust that the divine is going to bring you something that is worth it, but it feels like you're in this energy right now. Escape artist card with the Judgment. I think you need to escape the thought loop that you're in more than anything else. It has nothing to do with how he feels about you and nothing to do with how you feel about him. You are stuck on a layer of attachment. And it's difficult to get through. But honestly, I think you need to experience a little bit of anger towards this person. If anger and disappointment and frustration is the thing that gets you out of love, the love energy that you're sending him, maybe that anger is useful to you. Maybe you need to be objective about how what this person has done to you and how they've made you feel. Because soul connection or not, twin flame or not, all that shit, it's bullshit, it's noise. It's true, it's real. It's not to say that I don't believe in it. I do. I believe in all that stuff. But it's completely useless to live your life based on a quote unquote twin flame dynamic. The best thing you can do if you are actually in a divine counterpart situation is not care at all that you're in a divine counterpart situation and just let it go. Because it's going to put you in a prison of chasing and validating and excusing behavior that makes you feel like shit because you feel like this is quote unquote your person. And this is for anyone in the chat that feels they're caught up in the algorithm of twin flame, tarot, whatever bullshit. You have some practitioner that's telling you to practice complete unconditional love. Unconditional love starts with self. And if unconditionally loving this person is preventing you from unconditionally loving yourself, put the mask on yourself first. You can come back around to the softening and the openness later. It's not relevant right now. The most important thing you can do is release and trust that the divine has you in its hands, and no matter what, regardless of whether it's this person or the next, you're going to be happy because it's going to be the right thing. And right now, it feels like you're in this energy where it feels like you're chasing your own tail. And I feel like you're at a place right now, honestly, escape artist with the Judgment card, you need to make a choice for yourself, to save yourself from this thought pattern. And if that means removing yourself from situations where you run into this person, trying to avoid this person as best as possible, never checking in on the energy, don't get a reading on this person to protect your peace, because you can still believe that this person is your quote unquote divine and never get a reading on them. Because honestly, if you're truly in divine energy, you wouldn't care what's going on with this person because you'd recognize all that matters is me. All that matters is what's going on with me. And whatever's going on with that person is teaching them their own lessons. It feels like you're in this place right now where you keep touching a hot stove and burning it. And this is not just you, this is a lot of people. I'm not being judgmental. This is more so energy that I'm talking to the room, and you're just, for some reason, you're the vessel for this message. So I apologize to you. We'll get back to your situation specifically and we'll get you advice. But I feel like right now, just across the board, the best thing you can do if you truly, 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 in your heart of hearts, in your bones, believe that you're in a divine counterpart situation is not give a shit that you're in a divine counterpart situation. It's irrelevant because union is irrelevant. The only thing that matters is internal union, finding yourself, believing in yourself, Everything else comes later, and everything else is out of your hands, therefore should be out of your mind and heart. Getting a reading on someone who is your quote unquote twin is going to drive you insane. So who gives a fuck what they're doing? It doesn't matter. Who gives a fuck what's going on in their head? It doesn't matter. All that matters is you, and all that matters is you attaching to your highest timeline, finding your mission work, finding your soul purpose, doing the thing that makes your heart sing, not caring so much about the future because you're happy in your present. And until you're happy in your present, this is never, ever, ever going to come back around, because that is the contingency. That is the test that needs to be passed, is that you don't care anymore. You have to kind of get the energetic ick. You have to be like, ugh, why would I want someone who puts in no effort towards me? Why would I want someone who keeps me confused? Why would I want someone who has treated me badly time and time again? Of course I still love that person. Of course I still have space in my heart for that person, but gross. You're not treating me right. So fuck you until you want to. And that's kind of the energy that you need to sit in. Otherwise, you're going to continue slamming your head against the wall and being like, I'm healing, I'm changing. Why is this person not healing and changing? Because you're not necessarily healing and changing, because you're doing it to get something. You're not doing it for you. And it has to be for you if it's actually going to work and if it's actually going to be real. Until he shows up on your doorstep with a massive apology, a bouquet of flowers, and puts in consistent effort. But even at the point when you do that, for most true divines, when they do come forward with all that effort, you're like, dude, get out of my face. I don't even like you anymore. And then they keep showing up with that effort, and then you remember what you liked about them in the first place. But truly, 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 detachment is a step on the journey, and any practitioner who is guiding you away from detachment is guiding you towards their wallet. I'm gonna be so real. Any practitioner who's not willing to say this shit to you wants your money. So get yourself out of this feeling of needing to practice unconditional love, because unconditional love for the self is unconditional love for the world, and it's empathy for everything. But you have to stop chasing energetically, especially in divine counterpart situations. Energetic chasing drives that person away. You're charging up their battery every time you get a card pull on them. You are giving them the energy that they're seeking from you. And if you let go of that energy, if you let go of that attachment, they're gonna crave that charge. But you're not charging up their battery anymore, so they're flailing. They have no energy from you, and that's what actually leads to the physical chasing in the 3D when the roles reverse and that person comes after you. But you gotta stop charging up the battery, genuinely, and that goes to a lot of you. I feel like for some reason that message has been on my head. I'm gonna talk about the anglerfish, as I do every single day now. Every single personal reading I've been giving for the last 3 weeks, the anglerfish has been coming to my mind as an image so specifically. The anglerfish lives in complete darkness, but it is the source of its own light. It is the source of its own light. It has that thing in front of it that creates light. And it is the source of its own light. It has no idea where it's going, but it sees where it's at because it's creating its own light. If you are able and capable to create your own light, but to not care about the next 30 feet in front of you, to only illuminate the next step forward, that's peace. That's presence. I'm making myself happy. I am giving myself light every single day. I'm speaking light over myself, but I'm not concerned about the future because the only thing that matters is what I can see. And it feels like right now, it's so easy to get caught up in the chasing because you feel like there's things being withheld from you. You feel like there's information that you don't know. But if you don't know it, it's probably because you're not supposed to. It's probably because it's not necessary. Things get revealed to us when they won't add to our trauma, when they won't add to our pain. Things naturally come to our table when we're ready to receive them. But if you're constantly in this place of feeling like things are being withheld from you, feeling like things are happening behind closed doors, then that is just you that just means you don't care about yourself enough. It means you care more about what's going on with this person and their pain and their bullshit and their chaos in their life than you care about your own, because you don't want to deal with your own. It's an avoidance. It's complete avoidance. When you're constantly worried about the chaos in somebody else's life, it's because you're running away from the chaos in your own. Get to work. If you really want this to happen, shut them out, shut the person out, go to your emotional body like you're playing Operation, pinpoint the wound, sew it up, hug your inner child, and go about your day and have a sandwich. That's all that matters. Everything else is completely irrelevant. And you got to get yourself out of that energy of attachment, or it's never, ever, ever going to happen. That's just the way it is. That's a fact. Clarify this, but even then, you can't do it with the expectation of it happening, because either way, if you meet a soulmate, if you find somebody else who you fall in love with, why would you deny yourself that love? A twin flame is not higher than a soulmate. It's not. It's just a different dynamic. It's just a different relationship status. It's a different connection. It's not higher. It's not better. It's just different. The point of a twin flame dynamic is to tear away all your shadow and help you be a mission worker for the world, to help you show light to everyone around you, to help you teach unconditional love so that people can find soulmate dynamics and so people can forgive the people they're angry with and we can all elevate together as a collective. It has nothing to do with love. It's a life path if you are a mission worker. If you are a light worker who is meant to teach light. That's the only reason why it happens. It's not better than a soulmate. It's not. It's easier. A soulmate's actually much easier. I think this person still has emotion for you, Ace of Cups in the bottom of the deck, but right now it doesn't matter because what matters in your life is peace, celebration, fun, enjoyment. This person's insecurity is their fucking business. Nothing you can do is going to teach this person to live. Nothing you can do is going to teach this person to choose themselves except for choosing yourself. Genuinely. So for now, you are being encouraged, Six of Swords reverse, King of Pentacles in reverse, to let it go. And to trust that if something is truly meant for you, to let it come back to you on its own timeline. You can't force the river. All you can do is flow. And you are sitting in this energy of resistance because you're asking yourself, am I crazy? Am I crazy? Am I crazy for wanting this person? Am I crazy for still being in this situation? The thing that's creating the frustration in your soul is not this person. It's the resistance. It's the resistance and the questioning. So if you are just able to be, for now, I have love in my heart for this person. I don't know why, but I do. I still feel this way. To go into a place of non-judgment, to be like, yes, this person still lives in my heart, but constantly checking to see if they're ready to come out is not serving you. So let the person linger in your heart, kick them out of your consciousness, know that you have love for this person, know that it doesn't matter, and just live. Live, experience, be present, have fun, plug into your friendships, go do something fun for yourself every single day. Because otherwise, you are always going to be chasing something that feels out of your hands and out of your heart, which is only going to make you sit in a vibration of lack, nothing, bullshit. It's a victim complex. Unfortunately, TikTok Tarot has given a generation of light workers and brilliant people who are meant to change the world a victim complex. No one is doing you wrong by not being with you. They're not. So that's something that you have to accept and overcome. I am not a victim in this. My soul chose this path. I'm present. I'm going to find my work and I'm going to do my thing. And I'm going to live my life and make myself happy every single day. You got to get yourself out of the victim narrative. But it's just a situation where you have to release and you have to recognize that no one is doing you wrong. This is the way the cookie crumbles. The only thing that can't happen is what does. So you just got to keep it pushing. You just got to keep it pushing. There is healing happening. The work you're doing is working, but again, it's irrelevant. What matters is fun. What matters is you being a Page of Wands and experiencing life. What matters is you, Moon in the reverse, releasing fear and anxiety over things that grip you. And right now, this person is still coming forward as emotionally immature, but if you're able to recognize that this person's emotional immaturity keeps you in an energy of attachment to self and an attachment to a lesser version of yourself, an old story, a past narrative, then you need to let that go, focus on things that bring you peace, and just trust, Wheel of Fortune, that the divine has you in its hands. And if it presents you a soulmate, if you decide to engage in that soulmate dynamic, that's not a bad thing. That's actually a beautiful thing. It's an amazing gift. But if in the future, this person comes back to you, healed and ready, great. Cross that bridge when it comes. Until that day, completely irrelevant. It doesn't matter. You got to release the impulse to check in. Because that is the thing that's making you crazy. Because you feel like you're doing all this work and then you get a reading and someone's still in the exact same bullshit, the exact same situation they are. And then you feel like you're failing them. You feel like you're the problem. No, you're not. They are a separate being. Twin flame, one soul, all that shit, it doesn't matter. Even if it's true, it doesn't matter. Because they are a separate being currently in this incarnation. So let them be separate. Let them make their mistakes. Let them do their thing. Let them experience life. And you focus on you doing your thing, experiencing life, learning your lessons separately. You have to separate yourself from this person a little bit energetically. It's about finding unity within self, bringing back all those fractured things that you've lost to the childhood bully, to the unresponsive parent, to the loss, to the grief that you've experienced. It's about pulling back in all those pieces of yourself that you lost through all of your pain and trauma. And until you are whole and you don't need, then you're going to get stuck. But it's not about this person at all. They're just the catalyst. So, drama in reverse. Exactly. What matters right now is no drama. Removing yourself from things that cause anxiety, fear, or drama in your soul. To be principled and to stand in independence and be strong in that. No drama. You don't need it. Ace of Pentacles, Ten of Swords. Let this die so it can be reborn. Close out this cycle so a new one can begin. Ten of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. If you close out a loop, Ace of Pentacles, the divine gives you something beautiful in return. And it doesn't mean you failed. It means you chose yourself. Letting go of the situation is not a failure. It's actually a success. It shows that you're worth your salt. It shows that you believe you're worth more than something that's broken. Seven of Wands. It's about showing strength and confidence in adversity and not giving light to the fools, the impulsivity, the people who are bullshit around you. And that's not to say this person can't change, and that's not to say this person isn't your person and won't come back in 6 months. In fact, honestly, the second you flip into detachment, sometimes things come in really, really quick. There's some twins who I've read for who have gone into detachment, and then a month later, they're back. Because they're like, fuck you, I'm done. And then a month later, the energy changes, but you can't worry about that. You have to do it for real. You have to detach for real. Like, it's about getting the ick from someone who's not treating you right. Twin or not, divine or not, all that shit or not. It doesn't matter. This person's not giving you what you deserve. So let them go. And it'll come when it's meant to, if it's meant to. And if it's not, then something better will come along and you'll be happy either way. So either way you win. Not a problem either way. Shifting the energy, conquering self-doubt, embracing change, doing things differently. Queen of Cups, Three of Cups. I love this. This is what you need. Time to celebrate, social gatherings, friendship, reunion, good times, happiness, collaboration, releasing fear and anxiety over a divided people. Four of Wands reversed. These two cards came out together. Releasing fear and anxiety over situations where it feels there's an energy of disunion. If it's not aligned, it's not aligned. It's out of your hands, so it should be out of your mind and heart as best as possible. It's not to say that you need to get over this person or root out the love, because that's not how life works. Those things happen naturally. We heal from heartbreak naturally. Psychologically, like, it takes around 7 years to heal from a heartbreak. That's like the whatever it's called, statistic. And then you actually have shifting in consciousness, progression arriving, making progress into your Queen of Cups, learning to see yourself, learning to emotionally connect, learning to be in flow, and learning for you to have empathy for all and really, really surrender to your healing and really, really surrender to flow, which is not control. The thing that is creating resistance in your soul is not this person's actions. It's not the third party. It's not this person not giving you the attention that you deserve every time you run into them. It's not that. This person is not creating the resistance. This person is not creating the discord. This person is not creating the fear and anxiety. You are, because you're keeping yourself in this environment where you are in constant resistance. You're being pulled in different directions. So who cares? Pull back, unify, be present. Anything else for Jen? Nine of Cups. Whatever's coming towards you is going to be so fulfilling. Your wishes are going to feel like they're coming true, regardless of what face it comes with. You're going to feel like you're in your own fairy tale. Eight of Wands, and it's coming in sooner than you think. So stop holding on to something that feels like it's from the past. Stop holding on to the past so the future can arrive. Something good is coming to you as a reward for choosing detachment. You have a great thing coming in, whether it be just a really good time, a great trip, a great night with friends, just make you feel present where you're not worried about what's going on behind closed doors. What you have coming in for you is peace. So accept that peace and welcome it in. Any final advice? Keep trying, keep focusing on you, keep doing your thing, surrender to receive, and face that fear. Face that fear of letting go. Face that fear of detachment. Who cares? Because all it's doing is creating illusion. And attract, because you do glow, so find that shine again. Be your own source of light. Do you have any questions for me, Jen? I'm sorry I just got on my soapbox with you, but this shit has been really, really, really just weighing on me. It's hard. It's heavy. It's heavy because I've been in that position and I just can't express how much my life has changed internally and externally the second I decided it didn't matter. I've had the most peaceful 4 or 5 months of my life, despite all of this bullshit that has been going on in my life. So many weird things, so many annoyances in my life, but because I am present, everything falls off my back and I love my life now. I'm grateful. And like it's such a beautiful thing to be like this made me me without an expectation of it needing to become something other than that. It doesn't need to become anything other than that, because if it gets you to yourself, that's the victory. And I want that for all of you guys. It makes me emotional. It makes me emotional. That's what I want for you all, is to feel okay and to not care. It's necessary. It will save you.